Let's get right to the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline. Welcome in our special guest, world-renowned collegiate and Olympic coach, currently in his second year of coaching the women's track and field and cross-country programs at the University of Connecticut. He was the National Coach of the Year, previously led his previous team to 2 indoor championships. So let's welcome in J.J. Clark, who's with us here this morning on Jersey Central. Coach Clark, good morning. It's Burt Barron. How are you doing?
Good morning, Bert. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Thank you for your time this morning. Great to speak with you. We're looking forward to next week, the conversation at the Clarks that will happen at the Margaret Williams Theater on the campus of New Jersey City University. Free events. You can get some tickets at our Facebook fan page at 1450 WCTC. I'm imagining, Coach, a rather competitive environment growing up with world-class athletes and very competitive siblings that you had. Was it competitive to grow up with such great athletes and great people?
Well, of course, you have a family that likes to win and like to do their best, and there you are in the middle of it. It could be a ping pong game, it could be chess, whatever. But it was always fun, and we always kept it together as a family, and we kept it in perspective.
I would love to just see the competitiveness that happened between you and your sisters there about who was doing what and who did it better and who's the fastest and who needed what. But everyone has gone on to do great things, which I think is real special. As a coach, JJ, are you a perfectionist? Is it perfection or nothing when it comes to coaching?
I strive for perfection, and I keep going until my actions meet the actual goal. I don't know if I'll call myself a perfectionist. I don't know if you can be perfect, but I strive to maximize talent, and that's what the talk next week is really kind of geared towards, and figuring out how you can maximize your talents. How do you get there and handle the highs and lows of life?
Yeah, whether it's on the field, off the field, in life, in business, there's so many different aspects about achieving your goals and being the best you can be. And you and the other Clarks, of course, Joetta Clark-Diggs, Gerald Miles Clark, and, of course, Hazel Clark and yourself all appearing on one stage in Jersey City next week, which is going to be just a great program, and we're real excited about that, and so excited to have you part of it, Coach, that's for sure. But when it came to coaching your sisters, were you a little tougher on them? Did you know when to let off on the gas pedal on them, or was it a little bit different to coach a sibling?
No, it was actually a little easier. You knew what buttons to push because you really knew their personalities, and as a coach, you have to really get in there and learn your athlete, and that's very, very, very important. So I knew my athletes; they were my family. And the tough part sometimes was being tough, but I was very clear on separating business and pleasure type situations. So on the track, we were business, and we got it done. And we had a process, and I came up with like a 12-step process of making sure that the business was taken care of, and it led to successful situations.
Sure. And I'm guessing when it comes to working with world-class athletes like Joetta and Gerald and, of course, with Hazel, it's about just eliminating just fractions of a second off a particular run, whether it's, an indoor event, whether you're running 600, 800,000. It's about just eliminating just a fraction of a second that really separates, champions from, oh, yeah, I was in that race and I didn't do too well. But that's really what it comes down to, right?
Yes. Amongst the 4 siblings, there were 13 Olympic appearances.
Wow,
and that's quite outstanding. So yes, they understand their fraction of seconds and what it takes to gain those fraction of seconds, and what it takes to keep at that level and go higher, because you're always being chased when you're at the top. So it was very, very, very unique situation being a family that had 13 appearances amongst 4 people, and it was very, very intense at times, but it was very gratifying. And I as I go around the country, around the world, I motivate people to reach their outer limits and to tap into areas that they didn't even know they had. And that's again what the talk is about. And hopefully we can inspire some people to reach great heights and to create an atmosphere of belief.
Yeah, and obviously to compete at the level that you and your siblings have, obviously you need to be in top physical performance, but talk about mentally and emotionally, how you keep all that in check, JJ. We're talking about people that there's always somebody else around the world that thinks they're faster and thinks they're better. How do you keep all that in perspective from a mental and physical and emotional standpoint to kind of keep it together and realize you've got just one chance? You get one crack at this. It's not like baseball where you lose and you put the uniform on tomorrow and go get them again. These events, these are one-shot deals. So how do you keep all that in perspective?
Well, it's mental training. It's mental training. That's part of the program. And you're right. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is the real thing when you get to this level. And many times you only get one shot.
Yeah.
It could be one shot, and you could lose your contract. One shot, you cannot make the final Olympic team. So we prepare ourselves mentally for this. And again, being in an environment with athletes that are so talented, iron sharpens iron, and I've seen that. So they sharpen themselves by using each other. We had a coach that was on the outside that was orchestrating the whole process. They had good mindsets. We had family upbringing from our parents that allowed us also be successful to handle the vigors of life.
Yeah, and I'm certainly hoping that on the campus up there, JJ, I know Gino Auriemma and all the championships and what he's done with that women's basketball program, I hope that what you've been able to do with track and field is as appreciated for the championships that you've won there. I hope on campus that's recognized and appreciated for what you've been able to do there.
Well, it sure is, and winning is appreciated, and I was told and taught long ago, people like winners.
Yeah.
So when you win, things go well, and I've been fortunate and blessed enough to figure out the ways to win and get to the top.
Yeah. Well, you are a winner, Coach. You're a winner, Coach. There's no doubt about it, and as is Joetta and Jurl and Hazel, and we're looking forward to having a nice conversation with everybody next week up at Jersey City. So, what's going on now? Is track season going on? Are you working on the current season, the upcoming season? Where are things stand right now?
Well, collegiately, we leave tomorrow for our conference meet, which is a big deal, and then we have hopefully the NCAA championship meet. Following, and then you go into outdoor season. But in between indoor and outdoor season, you have the conversation with the Clarks. As you mentioned, it was a free event, but that's where we are in our season.
Excellent. Well, good. Well, we're looking forward to catching up in Jersey City next week, Coach. And I really appreciate the time this morning. And congratulations, continued success to you and to everybody. And we'll talk in person next week. Okay.
Yes. Thank you very much.